Welcome back to Boss Babe Brews.
I'm Valerie.
I'm Marlena.
And we have a guest today. This is
Kylie.
Kylie. Yay! We love Kylie. Woo!
Thanks for another amazing week in the shop. We're super busy and blessed.
Very blessed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good week.
It was. It was a fun week. Always is.
Always is fun.
So for today's episode, we decided to play a little game with each other called Two Truths and a Lie. And we all know a lot about each other. So this is going to be really interesting to listen and try and figure out what we're lying about. But I think I got some good ones to stump you guys.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah,
I got some
good
good
liars.
ones.
I'm a good liar.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Great skill
It's
to
kind of
have.
scary. Wow.
The key is to be a good liar, you have to pretend to be a very bad one.
Wow.
What? Did you just come up with that yourself?
No, yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah.
That's how I'm a good liar. Because if I pretend to be a bad liar all the time, people won't know what I'm actually.
Wow.
Okay.
It's
Just
kind of
kidding,
scary.
guys.
I'm so proud of you for coming up with that yourself.
Jeez.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, so who wants to go first?
You seem like you're pretty confident in what you think you have as a truth or a lie, so why don't you go?
No,
Yeah.
I'm ready to judge. Mom, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. All right. So here are my three things. Two are true and one is a lie, and see if you guys can figure it out.
Okay.
I was in band front in high school. I was homecoming queen the year I graduated high school. And I was voted senior most talkative in our yearbook my senior year in high
Well,
school.
that one I can believe.
Yeah, I
You
think
don't
the
shut
homecoming
up.
queen one's the lie.
Okay.
What?
Why
Did
would you think it was a lie?
I don't know. I
Because
just
I'm
feel
not
like
pretty enough?
I'd never said that.
Oh my God, can we please insert the picture of her in 8th grade? I'll send it to you, Nick.
Wait.
Her hair was out to here. So wait till you see the high school.
I believe
Aquanet.
because I believe the talkative. Like you're very talkative.
She doesn't
so
shut up.
Yeah, so I believe
Huh.
that one. That
Look at
one's
you
like
two
100% true. And then the first one, band. That
She
would make
probably
sense.
played the flute. What did you play?
What did you? Yeah, what instrument?
Band front. I
What'd
was
you
never
play?
in. I
What's
was
band
never
front?
in band. I was in band
Oh.
front. I did pom poms and I did the flags, where you twirl the flags and you do the pom poms. And I used to get so mad at the cheerleaders because I felt like we were the real cheerleaders because we were the ones that practiced with the band all the time.
Be for real.
Yeah,
What?
I was a heavy gal at the time too.
All
So
right. The prom queen, whatever it was, or
Homecoming
homecoming
queen
is a lie.
is a lie.
okay, why would it be a lie?
Is it true?
Yes, I was a homecoming queen
No, you were
the
not.
year we
What?
graduated. Yes,
I need
was.
proof of this after the
I-
show.
I will
Because the
show
band
you.
front is true,
Mm-hmm.
and so is the.
Talkative?
Yeah, you did get senior most
How do you know I didn't? I was quiet in school. I was shy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you guys were right. The homecoming queen was a lie. I wasn't even popular.
I just remember you saying high school was a rough time. And then I don't know, homecoming queen's such a big deal. And I feel like if you were homecoming
nobody
queen,
liked you.
You
Yeah.
would have told us all about it
Yeah,
multiple
true
times
that.
that you were
Yeah.
homecoming queen.
Yeah.
I would have relived my high school years.
Right.
Yeah. They were something I just want to blur out.
Which usually also people that were homecoming and all that stuff back in the day, that was their peak of life. Was they
I
were
agree, yeah.
they were
Yeah.
high school royalty, and then after that, their life is no one remembers who they
Thank
are.
God I didn't
Damn.
peak in high school.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like I glowed up the past year and a half here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
rough time.
Big
All right,
love.
Tootsie, your turn. Marlena.
I'm trained to sing in 3 languages. I got punched by a boy in middle school. And I used to be in the mathletes club.
Okay, math is the lie. I already know.
Why would that be the lie?
Okay, because first I know you went when you were younger. You did singing lessons. I remember your mom saying that. And second, what was the second one you said?
I got punched by a boy in middle school.
That's believable.
Who punched you?
on the
on the arm? Were you
no,
just?
we were on the play set. We were playing tag or something, and one of the boys was mental or something, and he just started punching me out of nowhere in the gut and knocked the wind out of me, and that kind of led to me.
Okay, and then math. You can sometimes barely do math at the register.
Yeah.
I
Where-
can do math in my head.
Where
What?
did you do the math league at?
Mathletes?
What the hell's
Mathletes?
mathletes?
Did you pick mathletes from Mean Girls? Because she's she's a
No.
mathlete or whatever.
We used to drive around to different schools and do math, and we'd little
do math.
things you would hit.
Yeah, that makes me think it's more of a lie the more you
No,
talk about
I'm
it.
so
Because
dead
clearly,
serious.
what do you use to add numbers up?
Your mind.
I use my
A
fingers.
calculator?
We were given a paper and pencil, and I would sit there and pretend I knew what I was doing. I'd go, and I'd like click it on my chin.
Wow.
What?
Oh my God, help.
Guys, I'm telling you.
I'm not good at math. I literally still add and subtract numbers at the register on my fingers in front of customers. I don't give a shit.
That's fine. It's just,
I don't care.
all right. So the math leads the lie.
I think the
100%.
math's a lie.
Nope, it was a truth. I was on Mathletes. Guys, I was in it for the food. Remember where they used to like give us pretzels? And then we used to get out of school.
Wait a second. So what's the lie then?
I'm not trained to sing in 3 languages, only 2 languages.
Oh,
two?
shoot.
Damn it.
English and Italian. I tried German and it just wasn't my thing.
Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
like
That was
the
a good
math,
one.
That was good because I really did not think
I
that
know.
you would have been in math leagues.
I was. We went to like Salem Community College and like I never knew anything. I don't
Did you
think
get a little like
That's
mathlete
nuts.
like jacket, like a
No.
cool little club? All
But
right, then
it
it's
got me
not
out of
that
school
exciting.
and I got like pretzels and like free food.
So you
That
did
was,
it.
like, the
You
best
did
thing
it for the
ever.
food.
Badass. God.
And I got out of school.
I mean, great, good
I
for you.
don't remember
Wow,
that.
you really
Where the hell was
stumped
I?
us.
Wow.
Yeah, your mom, who you grew up your whole life, didn't even remember you being a mathlete.
Oh my
so
God.
clearly, it
Guys,
was
I
a
really
memorable
was.
time.
That's so funny.
Mm.
Did you get a participation award?
I didn't get any awards now that I think
God.
about it.
Oh my God. All right, Kylie, your questions.
Okay,
Are,
this is my first category. This is pretty funny. Things partners have done for me. The first one is move across the country for me. The second one is their family bought me a car. And the third one is they bought me a $5,000 Tiffany necklace that I wore. And then when we broke up, I gave it back because it was very expensive.
That one's the lie.
How do you know that
Because
one's
you just
a
got
lie?
your girlfriend a Tiffany necklace, and I don't think you would have told me that you owned one before. Because you got Allie a Tiffany necklace.
somebody bought you a car. That's my guess.
No, that's the truth.
Somebody bought you a fucking car?
I believe that.
You believe that?
Why are you looking at me
I don't
like
know.
that?
What do you tell
'Cause
me?
the
You guys have
Tiffany
to.
necklace,
What was the
I
first
feel like
one?
You said that you like, wait, was that the engagement ring instead of an engagement ring, the Tiffany necklace?
I don't know. You have to figure out if I'm lying or telling the truth.
What was the first one again?
The first one was someone moved across the country for me.
Yeah, because you told me that like last week.
I'm going to
you
go
were
with
like-
2, the car. Nobody
You
buys
think
anybody
the
a
car?
car.
Okay. What do you think?
I really think it's the necklace.
The necklace?
Yeah.
Well, you have to collaborate together, right?
No.
Oh.
No, because she's an idiot.
I mean, the car one, I feel like you would have told me this before, but also like,
It was a Ford Focus. Like
Not
a
a Ford.
brand new one.
Was it a Ford Ranger?
No, I wish it was a Ford Ranger. But no, it was like a sport. I picked it out.
Wow.
It took me to the lot and I picked
I'm
it
gonna
out.
I'm gonna still go with that one, number 2.
no, I think it's the necklace.
You think it's a necklace? Okay, you're right. It is a necklace.
I knew it.
Who the fuck bought you a car?
I needed a car and they love me so much, the family, that
Oh,
they were like,
God.
all right, we'll get you a car. And so we went to
Wow.
the dealership and they let me pick out which car I wanted.
I'm so good at this. I literally knew it was the necklace.
Wow.
Yeah. I know I had like that was hard because
Yeah.
I
Because you
did-
would have told me about that when you bought Allie hers, because you were so excited about getting Allie hers.
I have gotten expensive jewelry before that I gave back, but
Well, yeah.
Mm,
not a $5,000 Tiffany necklace.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, hell, a car's more than that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's.
They took the car back when I broke up.
Oh,
when we broke
damn.
up. I know. I didn't get to keep it.
All right, guys. All right, let's go with the next round. I got a few here. Let me do. I used to sing at bars, private events, and fairs for extra money in my 20s. I once won a pie eating contest. And I had a New Kids on the Block sheet set and comforter set until I was 23.
You did not win a pie eating contest. I think her aunt
I
used
weiged
to
like
call
almost
her,
300 pounds.
her
What would make you
aunt
think I
used to
didn't?
call her pie girl or something, and it would
Mhm.
really upset her at events.
Pie girl.
She would like
Wait,
whisper,
it's like-
"Pie girl."
I honestly, okay, so the New Kids on the Block thing's believable, I feel like.
She was New Kids on the Block obsessed.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh,
Wait,
oh,
what was the first
oh.
one? Was like,
I used to sing at bars, private events, and fairs to earn extra money in my 20s.
Yeah,
I feel like that's believable.
yeah. Her and Aunt Liz did that.
All
Okay.
right. So that one's true.
I think.
So you think it's the pie one?
I think it's the pie one.
Do you like pie?
When did-
What's your
when-
favorite pie?
I love turtles and pies.
Well,
What was
what
the
kind of pie?
contest?
It was a cherry eating pie
Where at?
contest
What, at the Salem County Fairgrounds?
at the Salem County Fairgrounds.
Wow.
What year?
Because I just said it.
What year? How old were you?
Oh, I don't remember. It was my early 20s.
It's a lie. That one's a lie.
Okay, so it's definitely the pie one. I think it's the pie one because you would have New Kids on the Block sheets to your 23.
I had that shit till I was 23. They had like pills all on them, had little like whole. I had the hardest time throwing that sheet set away. Let me tell you.
I'm so good at this
Oh
game.
my God. My pillowcase had like Jordan on it. I used to make out my pillowcase every night. Don't people like kiss their pillowcases? Wasn't that,
No,
like,
I
a
use
thing?
my pillowcase to sleep.
No, but didn't you used to like dry hump your pillows and shit when you were kids? I'm just saying.
No.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, either
What
did
kind of life
I.
did
Oh
you
my
live?
God, cut this out. That's so weird.
Either did I.
Okay.
That
Wait,
was
I'm gonna
it. So yeah, the
change-
pieing
I'm going to
contest.
change some of these.
You guys
around.
thought I was skinny. Thanks.
Wait, I'm going to change 2 of these around. All right. I used to win a bunch of awards showing and talking about the anatomy of chickens.
Okay.
I won Miss South Jersey Outstanding Teen when I was in high school. And I pet an alligator in the Everglades one time.
When?
In the Everglades.
I know which one's the lie. What was the second one again?
Say him again.
I used to win a bunch of awards showing and talking about the anatomy of my chickens.
I believe that because you were in like 4-H.
Yeah, I was president of Peck and Bells.
Wow.
Yeah, so that one's the truth.
Yeah.
And then I won Miss South Jersey Outstanding Teen when I was in high school. And then I
No,
pet-
because you're a bitch. That's the lie.
What?
You're not no outstanding teen. You're a bitch.
Mom, the pageant I won.
Oh yeah, she was a beauty pageant girl or
Remember
whatever.
when I did that? I literally have the sash and tiara at home. Where are you?
You have a tiara?
She's a great mother, guys. And then I pet an alligator in the Everglades
When did
that happened?
When did you go to the Everglades?
when I was on a cruise.
You've been on a cruise?
Yeah.
Where?
Wait, we're the Everglades, Florida? We did. That is the truth. It's number 2.
Mom, when?
It's number 2.
Why would it be number 2?
Because when we went on that motorboat thing or that big airboat thing, we did pet alligators, didn't we? We held one.
Yeah, in the Everglades.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's
that
number
is
2.
true
Also
then.
won a pageant.
But it wasn't for Miss Outstanding Teen.
Yes, it was. Where were you at?
Not with you.
All right, so I believe her. The second one's the lie.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh,
Because you did tell me
myself.
you went to 4-H
Oh
and
my
you were
God.
like knew all this stuff, and then sometimes you're like going to these rants about like farm animals, and I'm like, that's so cool, but I really don't know what you're talking about because you were at
Oh
4-H.
my
Yeah,
God.
I did do the Miss New Jersey Outstanding Teen pageant. I just didn't win.
I told you, bitch.
But I did win another pageant. I did a bunch of pageants, actually.
Yeah. She did.
Yeah. And I did win one once.
Wow. I kept questioning myself. Wow. You're like, what kind of mom are you? And I'm thinking, her. Wow. Okay. All right, Kylie.
All right. So I had a pet lizard as a kid. I was stung by a jellyfish, and I've swam with dolphins.
Where'd you swim with dolphins at?
Mm-hmm.
In Florida.
With?
My cousin Lexi and my brother. It was a Christmas gift.
Where'd you get stung by the jellyfish at?
Mm-hmm.
We were on a cruise and we were out snorkeling, and I went down to reach down to get like a big shell or whatever from the floor, and it stung me right in between my fingers here.
That's a lie.
And you had a pet lizard?
Yes.
What was his name?
I really don't remember the name, but it was like a little newt guy. It was like a
That's the lie. What the fuck is a newt? Newt you find
a newt is a lizard. It's
in
like
the
this
stream
big.
underneath
How
the
old were
rocks.
5th or 6th grade. I can't remember because we all had to get like a pet for science class or something.
You did
and I
not
used
have
to
to get
we
a
used to
pet for
stop.
science,
That's a
Yes,
lie.
we used to stop at the store. My mom hated it. We used to stop at the pet store. This is how we got my dog because we would always see the dogs in there. We used to stop in the pet store and I'd have to get crickets for
You
my
didn't-
for my lizard.
It's disgusting.
You didn't get stung by a
Newts don't
jellyfish.
eat lizards. It's a lie. Number 1's a lie.
What?
Yeah, number 1's a lie.
Crickets. We would had to get
I
crickets
think
for
it's
my
the
lizard.
jellyfish. You had told me
I've-
about this before.
Yeah, you know what? Because jellyfish don't sting you in the ocean. Aren't they like on the beach when you walk and they sting your feet?
No, they're in the ocean.
They're in the ocean.
You didn't see it?
They're clear.
Have you seen jellyfish? They're
But they-
clear.
I don't know. I want to go at number
You've
1.
never told me about this snorkeling thing. And you've also never told me about the dolphins. So it's either the dolphins or it's the jellyfish.
The dolphin one, me, Cameron, and Lexi, all our grandparents for Christmas got us, because they have a house in Florida, they got us a gift that we could all go and swim with dolphins.
We swam with dolphins.
I don't remember if it was at SeaWorld or where it was at, but it was
That's the
swim with
lie.
dolphins.
That's the lie. You didn't swim no fucking dolphin.
Yes,
You got
did.
stung
Me,
and then you
Cameron, and
had
Lexi
some
did
kind of
it.
weird lizard and then you did not swim with dolphins.
No, it's the jellyfish.
No, number 3
think
is
it's
my
the jellyfish?
guess.
I think
3
it's
is
the
my
jellyfish.
guess.
You think it's okay, the lie is the dolphins.
I knew it.
Dang
Yep.
So the dolphins is lie because, so that actually was true that we did get gifted that. But Lexi was too small. Like she was under the height and weight for it.
Oh.
So Cameron was the only one that went and swam with the dolphins. I stayed back so Lexi wouldn't feel left out that she didn't get to swim with them because she wasn't big enough as a kid.
You really got stung by a jellyfish?
I really got stung by a jellyfish right in between my fingers, and I was on a cruise, and then all I felt was the rest of the time. It was awful.
Oh my God.
I had to the emergency people had to come out and get me.
You never told me
because I couldn't. This. It was I don't know. It's electric shock to your hand.
We've never talked about our cruise stories apparently.
Okay, well I've only been on one cruise, and this one I was a little kid.
So when jellyfish are on the beach on where you walk, are they dead or can you still get stung by them? Because
that's like the Jersey Shore when it's full, people get stung all the time.
Right. I've never gotten stung in all the years I used to go to the beach. I've never gotten stung by jellyfish.
I saw one once.
Yeah, but you see them in the ocean, you never get stung, but yeah.
Yeah, we got stung right in between my fingers. It was awful.
So my 2 truths and 1 lie, here's my next set. I started driving tractors at the age of 9. When I was 5, I modeled for Oshkosh Bagosh. And I was Mrs. Potts in a local production of Beauty and the Beast. Which one is the lie?
Wait, say them again. Start from the first one.
I started driving tractors at the age of 9.
I believe that one.
When I was 5, I modeled for Oshkosh Bagosh. And I was Mrs. Potts in a local production of Beauty and the Beast.
It's got to be either the second or the last one because I believe the tractor one. What, she grew up on a farm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 9, that's kind of young, isn't it?
I mean, if you're riding around with your father and he throws you in the tractor with him, I mean, farmer kids always start young.
I started when I was 9. I drove a Minneapolis Moline. It was me on the tractor. It was the hay baler behind us. And then it was a wagon. I had my dad and my 2 brothers on it. And we started going down a hill and I felt like the tractor started going faster. I don't remember the part where my dad said, here's the brake, but I hit the clutch. And we started fucking rolling down that hill because when you hit that clutch, you still keep rolling. It doesn't stop the tractor. I can remember my dad jumping off the back of the wagon. He was running up the side. He did jump on the back of the where the PTO shaft, where the PTO shaft is on the back of the tractor with the tongue. And he's like, push the pedal. I finally pushed the pedal, but I went through a fence before I hit the brake pedal. So that was I think that's why I have a terrible, terrible fear of hills is because when that happened to me when I was 9, if I'm on a vehicle or something, if we're out in the field, I will jump off that fucking vehicle so I don't have to go down the hill. So I'm afraid of heights and hills. So,
Who discovered you for Oshkosh Bagosh?
Who discovered me? I was walking in the mall.
You lied.
And they thought I was a cute little kid.
I just want you to keep saying Oshkosh Bagosh.
Oshkosh Bagosh. It's on the Brady Bunch movie. We always make fun of it. Oshkosh Bagosh.
They discovered me at Sears. When I was going down
it took her long enough.
Elevator and we were singing a sunshiny day.
I don't think it's that one. I think that's a lie.
All right. Well, what makes you think I was Mrs. Potts?
Because you don't shut up about it.
Oh. Into the cupboard now for you, Chip.
She tells everybody all the time. All
right. So then that's true.
That's my lie.
I think it's
the Oshkosh Bagosh.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that on here.
I just wanted to say.
I have a funny one or I have regular. Do you want funny or regular?
I don't know. You pick. We don't know what's true.
It doesn't matter.
Lie.
Everything you say is stupid, so it don't matter.
Well, the funny ones are funny. But
All right,
I'll do the regular. No, I'll do the regular.
Okay,
the regular ones are funny. Okay.
God.
I used to sing at nursing homes.
Okay, keep going.
What's so funny?
I don't know. She just started laughing and then I started laughing.
Helping the elderly community? You guys suck.
I was laughing because your mom was laughing. Keep reading.
I helped my dog give birth by hand. And I used to box.
What? Okay, I believe the dog one.
Yeah, Sage gave birth in the middle of the night.
I'm going to go with the box. Oh, wait.
You think boxing is a lie? I think boxing
I used to box when I was little. I used to go with my mom's trainer. We'd go to the park and I'd box.
Ooh, you're so scary.
And then when I was in high school, I boxed a little bit too.
Wow.
Okay, well.
What was the first one again?
I used to sing at nursing homes. Why is that so funny?
Wait, that's the lie.
Okay,
that's the lie.
That's the lie?
Yeah.
If your mom says so, because she's been with you your whole life, so.
Well, apparently I don't remember her winning a contest.
Or being in mathletes. Which is so hard to believe.
My God. No, wait a second. It's number 2. It's you did not help that dog give birth by hand.
Why?
Because you just did. Because you're always clean. You wouldn't touch it.
Okay, that's actually true. I believe that now.
And I don't remember because it's been a long time ago, but I feel like she already had her puppies before we found them that she gave birth.
Yeah.
And singing in a nursing home. So Marlena did take vocal lessons for a long time. She's actually classically trained. We did go somewhere, but I don't know if it was a nursing home. Look, I don't remember shit.
Clearly.
Wow.
I hope I remember my kids' experiences because I did sing at nursing homes.
Because you guys did so much. How can I remember everything?
Well, I used to be in chorus in middle school and elementary, and we would travel around to nursing homes, and all the kids hated me because the music teacher loved me and gave me my own solo, and I would sing Reflection from Mulan for all of the elderly people.
I do remember that.
All right, so that one's true then. I believe that one.
But I don't think it was a nursing home.
Yes, it did. We went to where
I
my
feel
mom
like
was.
we've done that.
All right, do the second one.
And we used to
Let's
go to the
hear
second one.
the one
What's
in
the dog
Salem
one?
on Main Street, and then we went to the one near the old house.
All right, go ahead. What's the second one again? The birth. It's the birth. You didn't help that dog give birth.
Okay, I believe the boxing one because your mom used to box, right? So then I believe that you would do that.
Okay, just pick one that I like.
Okay, so the dog one.
2.
Wrong.
Which one?
The dog? Okay, so what's the lie then?
Because we went downstairs and she had 2 of the puppies, and we put her back in like her little nest box that we gave her, and one of the puppies like wasn't coming out, so I helped her with my hands. I like helped pull it out.
Wow.
So what's the lie?
What's the lie?
The boxing. I didn't box in high school and stuff. I only boxed like a little bit when I was little. Like that's the lie.
What the hell?
I did not box.
Whatever.
When did I box?
I mean that is pretty,
I was
pretty hard to believe.
going with it. I didn't want to be called a bad mom again.
over being a mathlete, but who would have guessed
I gotta
that?
find pictures from athletes, and I used to dress.
I would
really
like
cute.
to see a picture from athlete. I want hard, concrete evidence that you were a mathlete.
She wanted the pretzels. All right, Kylie Kwan.
I don't really have a funny one. I'll just do my other one.
All your shit's funny.
I've been to Disney World, Disneyland, and on a Disney cruise. I've been to 3 countries. The 3 countries I'm from: Ireland, Italy, and China. And I've been to over 30 of the 50 states.
That's the lie.
What?
Because you work all the time. You haven't been to 30 of all the 50 states.
I've been to a lot of states.
Yeah, but not
when
all
I was
30.
younger, we traveled a
to
lot.
all those countries.
You all must be
I would have
rich.
seen pictures.
What? You don't think I went to Ireland, Italy, and China? The 3 countries my ethnicity is from.
Oh yeah,
No.
I don't think you've been to Ireland.
You don't think I've been to Ireland?
No. What was the first one again?
I've been to Disney World, Disneyland, and on a Disney cruise.
You've been to California.
Yeah, I have been to California.
You were on a cruise.
I'm going to change mine. It's number 1. Number
think
1's
it's
a
number
lie.
1?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's don't look at me like that. I think it was the world travel one. I don't think you've been to Ireland, Italy, and China. I feel like I would have seen a picture of you.
I don't think you've been to Disneyland.
I feel like that would be my phone background screen.
Do you think it's either the Disney World one or the countries?
Mm-hmm.
Countries.
They're both true. The lie's the states one.
What the FECK?
I've been to Ireland, Italy, and China.
What?
Both my families. So my dad's side of the family, we took a huge family trip together as a family and went to China and visited.
So
where
they're
my
all 30
grandparents
states.
were from.
I should have went with my first instincts.
Right, yeah, you should have. And the year after that, my mom and my grandmother and everything went to Italy and hung out with my Italian cousins. And then a couple years ago, for my brother's graduation from college gift, we went to Ireland.
Wow, you guys are rich. We need to start hanging
You're
out
a
with
fake
you more.
friend. I haven't seen any of these pictures or heard
They're
any
literally
of
on my
stories.
Facebook. They're literally on my
I've
Facebook.
never stalked your Facebook.
There's a picture of me on the Great Wall of China.
Wow.
What? I literally said that would be my phone background screen if I had that.
Well, it's a big family photo. It's
think
not
it's
just
so
like
funny.
me.
Oh.
But yeah, and then we went to Disney World as a kid, and we went to Disneyland, and we went on a Disney cruise.
Wow.
But I've been to a lot of states, but not over 30.
I was going to say, 30 is a lot. I should have went with my first instincts.
But I've been like a lot more states than I thought, because I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, wow.
All right, guys, our thoughts of the day.
Let
Marlena,
Kylie.
Kylie, why don't you go first today?
Hold on a second. Okay, my thought of the day is where you place your energy is where you create your reality.
Okay, nice. Marlena?
When you focus on the good gets better.
True,
That's true.
100%.
I believe that.
I always say
Mindset.
surround yourself with the energy that you want. So my thought of the day is a question that actually ponders me quite often. If we were not meant to have midnight snacks, then why is there a light in the fridge?
Damn. That's actually so true.
True
I'm
that.
just too lazy to get out of bed. At
Yeah.
that time.
No, sometimes I get like the munchies. Like the other night, I was
brush
craving
my
some
teeth, I
wheat
don't.
thins. And it took me
Wheat Thins.
forever and a lot of begging. And I finally got my son to bring me up a box of wheat thins.
Once I brush my teeth at night, I don't eat it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
not
Wow.
everyone's like you. Sometimes they want to have a snack after they brush their teeth.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this podcast of Boss Babe Brews. I want to thank Kylie for coming in as a guest again. Marlena, thank you. You were a little more alive this show. Thank you. Your period must be gone.
That's a lie.
All right.
This has been Boss Babe Brews, hosted by Valerie and Marlena Robinson, recorded at Hens Honey Shoppe in Swedesboro, New Jersey, and produced by Breakdown Media. Follow Hens Honey on Instagram and TikTok for more, and make sure you subscribe to get new episodes every Friday.